Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness, Barstool Sports College Football Podcast, presented by the lovely folks at Twisted Tea. Grab a refreshing Twisted Tea today. The boys in Chicago have it. Ev, I know you probably got one somewhere. You're wearing a jersey today, which means that Twisted Tea is going down smooth, I would imagine.
That yellow Twisted Tea.
Listen,
I'm glad he popped it just now so I could see the letters on it, because I swear
I thought it was LSU.
I thought it was a Michigan jersey. It is an LSU jersey.
Oh, it is an LSU jersey. Let's fucking go. Oh, let's go. Fuck yes.
Until he did that, I thought it was a Fab 5 Michigan jersey.
No,
yeah, you know better than that.
If all you can see is his shoulders and I can't tell the colors from that far away.
Wait, Ev, is that
it's gotta be Shaq.
Is that Shaq?
I thought it was going to be the Lakers.
Shaq.
Yeah,
it was Shaq.
But regardless,
there's nothing better in this world than a comfortable fat guy in a basketball jersey and a backwards hat. That guy is living his life to the maximum.
Dialed.
I've been walking on the shore like I own the place.
Dialed.
it's amazing. And again, the fact that it's like, I mean, we're only 3 weeks away. Yeah, actually, I got our schedule. I got our travel bookings for Columbus for week 1 for the Barstool College Football Show. It's 3 weeks away, guys. We're so here.
Well, we got Farmageddon 2 weeks and 2 days from right now.
I know.
It's
just to actually get a text message from our travel team to be like, what Delta flight do you want for the way home? I was like, this is the best day ever. Okay, so Big Ten preview went over well, I think. Brandon, I saw you were fighting because of your top 25 list, but
yeah, I mean, I'm just going to fight. I mean, that's just how it is. I put out something, it gets 3, 4, 5, 9 million impressions, and people go crazy when Brandon Walker drops the top 25, and I thought it was fair. I ranked Michigan. I don't know what they want. I ranked them 25th. I ranked South Carolina. What do you want? I ranked all these teams. I ranked Nebraska.
I will say that the Michigan people as a whole, Michigan fan base, did not like that, and I posed the question. Did not like at all that I even asked if they're over Sharon Moore. They love Sharon Moore. Everyone there loves Sharon Moore. So I guess that was...
They keep saying.
Until they don't, yeah.
Kind of like,
it's
a little performative. They're...
Yeah, no.
I mean, we have Michigan guys in this office that don't like Sharon.
Also, Brian Kelly, wins. Yeah. We need a active coach of college football.
Yeah.
We need a active coach of college football.
Yeah.
Hey.
He also kills a kid.
Killed and not kills.
Killed. Can we please talk about it, though? Because the fact that the LSU social media team put out what they did and had to delete it.
They put out a video where the opening shot was that of a film tower.
An empty film tower.
Yeah. That's
what were they going for anyway?
An artistic shot, right? The dog days of summer, camp, whatnot. Yeah. The eye in the sky doesn't lie, but that kid did die, so... rest in peace.
He did. Speaking of, have you guys watched the SEC doc on Netflix yet?
I watched one half of one episode.
I have not.
So I'm an expert.
I probably won't.
When I saw that it was 7 episodes long, I believe it was 7, and it's just a recap of last season. And I understand, the first episode, I watched half of 2, and it was in the background. It's at Brian Kelly's vacation house, and they're all getting shit faced.
Yeah. And
then it follows Shane Beamer and his family at the. I'm like, I don't really need to see this. Yeah, I got excited to see football, but I can't imagine. Ev, you would probably not watch that anyways.
The SEC?
Right? Yeah,
No, I'll definitely. I haven't watched it yet. I definitely will watch it.
It's got. I mean, look, if you're nerdy about college football like we are, it does have some cool insights.
Of course.
The Kelly stuff was a little. He keeps trying to be I'm a normal guy, and it just never really quite.
Please
hits.
like me.
I thought the Beamer stuff was kind of the opposite. I thought Beamer and his plight and him being very honest about what the score is and how they're kind of in trouble. I thought that was really fast. And wait. So Kayce, did you see any? Did you see the Whit Weeks package?
No. So
because Whit Weeks is a fucking man. You guys would love him.
LSU linebacker.
If you watch videos of Whit Weeks, he looks like he's straight out of Dazed and Confused. Long hair, 70. Good old boy. Just loves playing football, man.
I don't like his name.
I think the idea of it is great. I think that to put out a recap of last season, right now, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
that's how they do it.
But it's quarterback, right? It's the same thing. Same thing as quarterback. Yeah. I think what hurts it too is fuck Texas, Georgia, Alabama, all these people that thought they were too good for it and so went and let Netflix film them.
I'm just going to say my personal experience with it. If there's a video or a series documenting the 2024 college football season, I'm personally good.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I don't need to relive that. I'm good.
That was going to be my next point, is that they really did A&M dirty. So that's probably another, like, I know what games they were there, and all of them were not great games for us. But it is cool because
you've done
you
that
see
to
the
yourself. A&M has, face it.
Listen,
can't blame Netflix.
No, I'm blaming Netflix. They could have chosen plenty of games. They could have chosen the game against you guys.
What? Did we play last year? I thought.
Yes.
I thought when we switched up. I thought when we got rid of divisions, we don't play all anymore.
Your simmering hatred of A&M gives me life. I just
So I don't.
It's not just simmering. The first
you
show
just
that we
get
did
an
was
A&M's ass.
So this is kind of funny that maybe people don't know, and I don't know if you feel this, Kayce, but like LSU and A&M, because they're so close to one another and fight over the same, like LSU fans fucking hate A&M. They love fucking with A&M, and fuck A&M. We've suffered at their hands in football. Like LSU and A&M fans, I think the same way kind of LSU. They hate each other way more than people realize.
Who won that game that went to 9 overtime?
Fucking A&M.
Okay.
Fucking bullshit. 7 OT.
Yeah, that
awesome
was
game, dude.
2018.
Yeah, that was 2018.
Changed the rules of college football.
Yeah, that was like, I remember at one point.
We were on the road. We were at Ohio State, Michigan, and we left at halftime because Ohio State was kicking that ass. Ev, you remember? Like that, you stayed at the game. Me, Dave, and Frankie left, and we got home in time to watch that game. I will say, T-Bob, I think you're right, because even before we came into the SEC, before A&M made the move, like the bowl games against LSU were, I mean, like you want to talk about some hatred in the parking lot, but I will say LSU fans are just mean people when they're drunk.
To A&M fans maybe, but yeah. Now I mean, look,
you guys are mean people.
I think every fan base is all the same.
I love Baton Rouge. I love my friends that are LSU fans at least. Okay, so obviously SEC preview today. Brandon, I love that we're doing the 1-2, the Big Two conference punch here. You let Big Ev go first for the Big Ten preview because he is the reigning national champion of the show, Ohio State. I am going to make the executive decision that we are going to let T-Bob go first.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Because he is the reigning SEC ball player
Thank you.
of the show.
Yes.
And he is the new guy. So, T-Bob, which category would you like to start with first? So, for the people out there, if you did not listen to the Big Ten, definitely go listen to that. But we have championship, title game, player of the year, coach of the year, surprise team, disappointing team, worst team, the Liam Blutman Ball Knowers Big Game of the Year presented by Brandon Walker, and the breakout player.
All right, let's start individual. Let's start with the player of the year.
Wow. Getting right into it.
Yep.
Getting right into it.
Well, I mean, because individual, I feel like this will maybe have the least amount of bleed over, given that it's an individual award as opposed to team, whereas the other ones could kind of inform some other answers. Although maybe this will. Okay, I'm going to start, and I'm going with Anthony Hill from Texas. Now I'm taking a shot, right? Because almost assuredly this will be an offensive award. But you're talking about a Texas team that I do believe is destined for great things this year, as much as it pains me. I guess more on that a bit later. This is a cat who immediately, as a freshman in 23, came in, immediate impact, 5 sacks, 8 tiffles, 67 tackles overall. And then last year, you want to talk about, and I think every player, the biggest improvement is from year 1 to year 2, but his jump last season, 113 tackles, 16 and a half TFLs, 8 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception. It is unreal how dominant he was. And now he has another year in the system, another year of developing his body. Anthony Hill Jr., I believe, is going to be the best player on a team of incredible players. And when we look up at the end of the year, I think we could have the rare defensive player of the year here in the SEC. Give me Anthony Hill Jr.
Brandon?
Well, that's bold to go with a defensive player.
Yeah.
And
real ball knowers know.
Especially if you were to consider if Texas accomplishes what they could accomplish this year, Arch Manning will have to play at a level that is probably,
if they win a championship, it's going to be because of their defense, not because of Arch Manning. But I feel you. They're going to want to suck Arch off and give him the awards.
A lot of teams have won championships based on their defense and then seen their quarterback get the award for it.
That's true.
Well, and his last name will play into that. I mean,
so my player of the
it's
year.
my answer, guys. Suck up.
I know. Listen, you're allowed to take whatever you want.
My player of the year
It's me.
is quarterback
Yeah, classic.
from the LSU Tigers.
Let's go. Sussy for Nussy.
Garrett Nussmeier. They are loaded at quarterback and receiver. Their running back room, I never thought I'd see an LSU running back room that needed help or that wasn't as good as it's. LSU, to me, should roll out of bed and have 3 great running backs every single year. Yeah. They don't really right now. And what they have is one really good running back, some this guy's coming in, but they got Nussmeier and they got a room full of receivers, and they're going to throw it, and they're going to throw it, and they're going to throw it, and they're going to throw it. They are going to be all over the field. They're going to be in big games all the time with this schedule. Arch, maybe. Other guys, like I don't see it with Lenore Sellers. I think he can't really throw to the level that needs to be player of the year. He's obviously an elite runner. He's going to be a very good quarterback. I don't think Lagway has the coaching to get there. I think Nussmeier has the coaching, the receivers, the schedule, the backing, and the talent. Garrett Nussmeier, my player of the year in the SEC.
Okay, Big Ev.
Yeah, Brandon just completely stole my thunder. Everything I second a lot of things he said. Last year was a card-carrying member of the Nuss Bus, was on it every week.
Hell yeah, welcome.
Had moments last year where we wandered, but we're back there. We're on the bus.
He finished strong.
Listen, the four horsemen of receivers he has this year is going to be ridiculous. I think Chris Hilton is poised to have a big year. The Andersons, Barry and Brown, like these, it's almost like and Nussmeier in year 2 as the full-time starter. It almost is like how, besides an injury, knock on wood, like that, how does this team not go nuts offensively? How does he not throw for 1 billion yards, 40 touchdowns? I think Arch will have a great year too, but I think Nussmeier will be the, like kind of what T-Rob pointed out. I think Nussmeier will be the reason that LSU is winning these games. I'll take Garrett Nussmeier.
Well, I guess while we're talking about LSU, so I'm not nearly as in tune with the beat right now, but I did do some texting yesterday because there were the Nuss injury rumors, which I don't think are true.
I was quite literally about to ask what you know about that.
From what I've heard, it's not true. Now, granted, I've seen so much covering a team like so closely, people lie about shit 24/7.
Right.
But from what I think, it's not true. The most interesting anecdote I heard is that the interior offensive line is kind of getting their ass whipped by the D-line. Which here we enter the eternal camp paradox, right? Does that mean the defense is better, the offense is bad? I would say that the one concern I have about LSU is replacing all the O-linemen. So it's something to watch out for.
Well,
especially going against Clemson week 1 where like that D-line's fucking incredible.
I know you came here from Louisiana, you played at LSU, yeah, you got these sources, yada, yada, whatever.
Yeah.
I have an ironclad source for these sorts of things, these injury rumors. Would you allow me just for a second to ask?
You probably know
my
better
source?
than I do.
Okay. Liam.
Oh, okay.
Is there any truth to the injury for Garrett Nussmeier?
No, you know that every great injury rumor gets started by 7 burners with 36 followers.
All right, thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right, there we go. Continue.
And usually the burners go to the message boards, and then the message boards light up, and then the world is falling down.
I love college football message boards.
They are a disaster. Okay, Liam, your player of the year.
I thought long and hard about going with Colin Simmons at Texas, kind of having the same idea and thought as T-Bob with Texas defense standing out so strong. I prefer Simmons to Hill. I think Simmons is going to have a massive year. But at the end of the day, I'm expecting Garrett Nussmeier to be up there for the Heisman Award. Like, how can I not pick him? I'm expecting a substantial amount of touchdowns thrown, yards thrown. Aaron Anderson's one of the most exciting receivers in the country, especially when it comes after a catch. I've been waiting for that guy to just have his hands all over, his fingerprints all over college football since he went to Alabama. The Edna Carr kid coming back to LSU, playing well last year. Like, I love Aaron Anderson. He brings so much juice to the table. Like Big F said, Garrett Nussmeier's got a rocket. Nuss bus, I'll never leave it. I will never leave it. Last year, even in the darkest moments, I was saying that guy's QB1 of the 2025 NFL draft. Still believe it. But what are you going to do? 2026 is a new year. Big opportunity right off the rip against a great elite Clemson team in defense, that's a statement game. So go out there, prove it off rip. Brand said he's got a lot of big games. I love Garrett Nussmeier. Sussy for Nussy till day I die.
I don't like the way this graphic is shaping up, to be honest.
Yeah, it's tough. But
The amount of shit I am going to get for this graphic.
Well, this one coming up is big for you.
I am going to get deep dicked by my fans.
This one is big for me, and if anybody's been paying attention to the way my predictions have gone the last couple of weeks, I don't know if this one's going to be a massive surprise. Brandon's already mentioned him. Again, high risk, high reward. Spoiler, I don't think South Carolina as a team is going to be at the top of the conference, but I'm taking Lenora Sellers. We've talked about South Carolina. They have a very young wide receiver core. They signed, I believe, 4 or 5 stars out of high school. They promoted Mike Shula to offensive coordinator because their coordinator left last year. But I think Lenora Sellers, don't say that too fast. I think he's going to have an unbelievable year. I think he's going to put up crazy numbers. We saw what he looked like last year. No, he is not the most accurate passer in the league, but I think that he's going to get better. He had the offseason to evolve. And I think that the numbers that we're going to see from him and the production we're going to see from him are really going to stand out. He's going to be one of those guys that it's like we have to watch what Sellers is doing every single weekend, even if South Carolina is not 11-1. I still think they could be potentially, but their schedule is tough. But even against really tough defenses last year, he was able to put on a show, but their schedule is hard. So I see the team struggling a little bit. I don't see him struggling. I'm taking him for player of the year. So T-Bob, I think you're okay on the graphic.
Good. Perfect.
Not great,
you're
though.
Okay. It's not great, but it's not. It could be worse.
I'm still gonna get. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. We got to take shots.
I do have a question for T-Bob because I know Brandon and I have talked about this in years past too. Like for me, it's probably like the way Ev, you handle like the Big Ten, you're in that conference. It's a lot more convoluted because you have the passion. The SEC is so much harder to pick this because when your team is in it, like today sitting down to really write it all out, I was like, your bias does creep in as a fan. It's tough.
I have a statement about the SEC.
Trees sometime.
The SEC, when predicting the SEC, I think the top is weaker than it's been in a long time.
Yeah, well,
I think Texas, Georgia, Alabama are all a tick down from their peak. I think LSU is coming up and joining them. But I think from like team 4 to team
God, they look strong.
13
Crazy.
is fucking loaded.
Well, it's wild. It's wild that like in Pick 6 previews, like I think he has like Mizzou is like the 11th.
Right.
His 11th team coming in.
South
And I think
Carolina's
Mizzou's
10th.
fucking good.
I think like all the way to team 13, it isn't until you get down to Kentucky, Arkansas, and maybe one other team that it starts to look a little bad. But I think the middle is the strength of this league this year, and it's going to be a nightmare getting through some of these schedules.
Liam,
So
who would the other
Pick
team
6
be?
has Arkansas 13, and then Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. So you're right.
That's right. Mississippi State. That was the other team that was down there that he was referencing there. That's right. Yeah, Mississippi State.
We have
the
other
SEC,
categories.
The SEC, I mean, I know when we did win totals and like Ev, you know, we have Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon all with 10.5. Nobody in the SEC has more than 9.5. But then you have Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. So they're right there. But the SEC is loaded, and also I think it's much harder to pick. Okay, Brandon, I'll let you pick the next category.
I'll go first, but you pick the category.
Okay, all right, let's go disappointing team of the year.
Well, okay, so contrary to popular belief, I don't love just playing the hits. I do look for I look for opportunities to offend multiple teams. Like, and if you notice from my top 25, I got Indiana number 12. So I'm not just running back my Indiana playbook from last year. I look at the team. I say the truth that I think about the team. So when I pick this team, it isn't a continuation of anything. It isn't anything like that. It's just you got to remember when this fan base got mad at me last year. It's because with about 3 games left, the Josh Pates of the world, the Joel Klatt started saying South Carolina should be in the playoff. They're playing as good as anybody. And I said, whoa, everybody. Look what's around them and in front of them. Alabama beat them. Ole Miss beat them. And that's who they're competing for. They're not making the playoffs. Stop telling them they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And South Carolina fans took that as me saying South Carolina sucks dick. And I never said that. I said this team
sucks cock.
This team is a good solid team, but they don't have a path to the playoff. Stop lying to yourselves. It isn't there. Now we come to this year. And people are lying to them again. Yeah. When they're voting them number 14, 15, 12, 13, what are they in the country in the coaches poll? 14? 13, whatever they are. That's a lie. Lenora Sellers is elite and great. Dylan Stewart is elite and great. Name me the second best defensive player on this team. You can't do it.
They're all gone.
They lost everybody. They lost everybody on defense. Name the second best playmaker on this offense. You can't do it.
Nick Harbor needs to be good finally.
Yeah,
he's a freak, but he can be.
Like, I understand South Carolina fans are desperate.
Very.
South Carolina fans are desperate to be good, and they take anything as a. But if I look at a team ranked number 14 in the country in the preseason, I need to see more than a good quarterback and a good defensive player.
I mean, it is crazy that South Carolina is just hand waving away losing the Nagurski Trophy winner. Like, Kennard leaves, and they're just like, "Oh, we got Stewart. We're fine. Nothing matters."
It is. Listen, they're going to be. They're not going to be as good as they were, and the schedule is unrelenting. They're a 6-6 team, a 7-5 team. Somebody ranking them number 12, 13, 14 is crazy. South Carolina is the obvious answer, and I apologize. I'm not trying to hunt you down and say these things. They are the obvious answer, and if they weren't wearing South Carolina colors, if they were wearing Clemson colors, you would be delighted at how shitty Clemson's going to be this year. So there it is. It's South Carolina.
Well, and I mean, I'll just say this. You know, Brandon's been very kind to me since I came to work here, and I feel like he's a lot of the reason why I even got the opportunity to work here. And what I've learned about him is that he loves cocks. Like, absolutely, he's fucking crazy about them. So again, I just want y'all to know that when he says this, it is from a place of honesty.
I don't.
Because nobody loves cocks more than this guy seated right next to me. I aspire to love Cox as much as he does.
I don't think that's...
Brendan Walker is synonymous with Cox.
Yes, 1,000%. It sounds. You think B Walker, you
It's
think
like they're
Cox.
one and the same.
I call him Brandon
Brendan
Cocker.
Walker, you think Cox.
I don't...
Yep.
Brandon Cocker.
Brandon Cocker.
I don't
print the shirts.
think any of that's... Look at that. The quickness over that. Oh, you can produce that? We can't get good audio on the show. But you can put Brandon Cocker on the screen?
That's just good production right there.
That is incredible. Brandon Cocker.
Brandon Cocker.
Wow. I mean,
It's South
Brandon,
Carolina.
you do. You hate South Carolina, but you also you did tell the truth.
I don't hate South Carolina.
His whole point was that he doesn't hate South Carolina. He's like, yeah, Kayce's like, yeah, you hate South Carolina. Fuck you.
No, I know you don't. Listen, I was right there with you to a certain point last year with South Carolina fans. I think that you saying your truth just made them upset, like every other fan base.
Yeah,
that's just what happens. So that's fine. So you're doubling down on it. That's fine. Okay, Ev, your disappointing team.
This is where they were my disappointing team for the.
Oh man, Big Ev are just in lockstep right now.
Football. It's South Carolina, and the reason I said that Brandon obviously made a lot of great points. I'll try to make some other ones. When you just look at the schedule alone,
So bad.
The talent discrepancy from last year is massive. Like Brandon illustrated very well. But there's a stretch here where they have a bye, and then they go at LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, at Ole Miss, bye. They could very easily go 0-5 in that stretch.
It's
very easily. This team, the fact that they're ranked top 25, I'm telling you, they're going to lose at least 6 games. This team is going to lose 6 to 7 games this season. It's South Carolina. South Carolina is going to be a disappointment because they have all this hype from last year, and it's unwarranted getting carried into this year. Listen, they ended the year very strong last year, and they deserved it.
They were playing great. Yeah.
Great win against Clemson. And they had some games listen, I'm sure they wish they could have that throwback against Alabama.
I mean, they should have beat LSU. Like, let's call it what it is. Like, LSU, they're one dumb fucking penalty away. If Sellers doesn't get hurt, they still, I mean, even with him getting hurt, they still win that game if they don't light up Nuss on the pick 6 return. Like, yeah. They were so very close to the playoff.
Yeah, but none of that matters this year. The only constants are Dylan Stewart and Lenora Sellers. That's not enough. South Carolina is going to be kind of bad this year.
And I do feel like momentum will carry over for the fan base. And I obviously am a big fan of Lenora Sellers. But when you look at Shane Beamer, too, and you just look at, he's a good coach. He's a great coach. But he is so, what's the word? In the Netflix documentary, T-Bob, you can say, he is so honest and so great, but he also is so emotional. And
he's demonstrative,
he is. So this is not going to be a team where if they start to struggle, that he's not going to show that as well. And these kids are young, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying South Carolina is going to be bad, but it's not that, that stoic guy. I mean, didn't he break his foot a couple of years ago?
Yeah,
he's a rah goofy pants is what he is.
Nah, I like Beamer, dude. But he is.
I like him, but I'm saying if the wheels do start to fall off at all, because when I was looking at this schedule, when I was just going through the conference, that's exactly why I said it when I was talking about Lenore Sellers. They have a nasty schedule. He is not somebody that can't wear it on his sleeve. Like, he is not. I mean, he gets into fights with Brett Bielema. So South Carolina has a lot of momentum going in, but I do agree their schedule is incredibly tough. Okay,
Beamer's the key of doing like a fake smile interview, and then right when the interview ends, he's just like, he just lets all of his like honest emotion come to the fore.
Remember when they were up 14-3 Georgia at the half, and he said we're kicking their butts?
I actually don't know. I actually don't remember that.
Yeah, and didn't he put his face like right in the camera too? Wasn't that the?
Yeah.
What ended up happening?
Georgia beat the fuck out of them in the second half.
It was. I don't think that they got across like midfield.
It was an inspired half, though. I mean, to be fair, they were kicking their butts. They were for 30 minutes.
Okay, T-Bob, you're disappointing team.
Okay, so tough for the graphic, but objectively, it seems like it has to be South Carolina. I agree that all the points made. It's very simple, right? The expectations have risen to a point that, quite frankly, the roster just can't support. So instead, I'll answer a couple teams that I almost put on here. But South Carolina will be my answer for the graphic. I wanted to go Auburn here. Or I didn't want to. I thought that maybe Auburn's the play, but. Because, I mean, look, 4 straight losing seasons, which that's kind of been crazy to read. I didn't realize that. 4 straight losing seasons now. It's the worst stretch since the 50s. But if you look at some of the analytics from last year, they should have been better what their record is. Now you get Arnold. You have so many offensive weapons, so much talent. I kind of feel like this is the year where Auburn rights the ship a bit, so I didn't go them. And then, Kayce, you're going to have to help me out here, girl. Because
hello.
This Texas A&M schedule is a fucking hellscape of bad. Absolutely brutal. Like, the only reason I'm not going A&M is because I believe in Elko and I believe in Tommy Moffitt, but whatever, Utah State's whatever. But then at Notre Dame, I see at LSU, at Mizzou, at Texas. You got South Carolina coming down, Florida coming to town. I mean, I think at Mississippi State, so that's another. But like outside of that, it's I don't know. Like, what are your expectations for A&M this year?
Stay tuned.
Okay. Surprise team.
Stay tuned.
Bullshit.
Stay tuned.
Well, she's already.
Okay. No, I'm kidding. Okay,
So this is. I mean, the honest to God truth. It's like when you all those things you just mentioned are obviously terrifying. I am going to have them in a different place here, but I do think that having Marcel Reed to have another offseason, he's not going to be the best passer in the world. Anybody saying, he's all of a sudden going to be the best passer in the world with an offseason, that's just not true. I was talking to my guy, Billy Lucci. I know he's your guy too.
He's my fucking boy.
He's texting me a lot right now because we've been talking about this team. No, he's my first ever boss out of college.
I know that. I've actually talked to you about you with him before, which sounds nefarious. I don't mean that. It was all very complimentary stuff.
Sounded very nefarious. So I need to tell Billy you were talking shit. This team, there's no doubt that every year A&M is going to be a candidate for the most disappointing team because there's so much hype around this team. But the way that Mike Elko coached last year, first year, obviously losing to Texas was the fucking worst because we hadn't played them in forever.
Yeah.
But the fact that Mike Elko in his first year with the quarterback starting that wasn't supposed to be starting, Connor Wegman got hurt. That's fine. Marcel Reed looked good. He got injured for a little bit. The fact that they went into Thanksgiving weekend, potentially going to Atlanta to play in the SEC championship, like that to me, it sucked to lose to Texas the way that we did. But I will go more into this team in a little bit. My expectations are where they always are. I'm hopefully optimistic. I think we're going to be better than last year, but I also know better than to be like, we're going to win the national championship. Because if I say that out loud, I'll look like an asshole. So more on that later.
Where are we at? Whose time is it? Did you ever even say your team?
Yeah, it was South Carolina.
Disappointing team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, Liam.
And I mean, I don't love cock, but
wait a second.
What?
it seems like you might love cock as much as I do.
Yeah, I think I like it more, actually. So it hurts me even more to say no South Carolina.
I got real close to also putting South Carolina, but I fear I have a great sense of what's going to happen on this show and knew that pretty much my whole squadron would be going South Carolina as a disappointing team, thus forcing me to look to other areas, thus finding a team who is plus 400 to make the playoff, who has a head coach that's as competent as a pebble. Zero competence. There is zero reason to be buying in on Florida. The talent is there on the team. The head coaching is not. If you talk Florida with someone, it's always Billy Napier was a great coach, though. Billy Napier, it's all past verbiage. It's never the now. It's never the future. He was so good in the past, which he was, and it hasn't panned out in the SEC, and I don't think it ever will. I see Florida having a tumultuous start to the season and due part to the schedule where they're playing at LSU and they're playing at Miami in the back-to-back week stretch. After a little break off, they're hosting Texas. They'll lose that. They're going to A&M. They'll lose that. Mississippi State, Brand. That's interesting. Mighty Power. And then they're going to lose to Georgia. Serious chance that this team is 3-5 after November 1st. They're currently plus 400 to make the college football playoff. I think that there's a significant chance that they're 3-5 after the first day of November. That ain't all good in the hood, player. And you're still going to lose to Ole Miss. And you still might lose to Tennessee, too. I don't like Florida. I don't like buying in on them. I think the talent's there. I don't think the coaching is there at all. Goodbye, Florida. You deserve better.
Goodbye, Florida.
You're comfortable saying still going to lose to Ole Miss when they beat them last year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They played them in the swamp last year.
That's crazy work. You cannot. That is a coin flip ass game.
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, about
And guess what?
generally, if you're doing this and you have a coin flip ass game, whoever's yard it is.
I just didn't appreciate the amount of confidence you said it with.
No, I have so much confidence.
I know.
Brand,
you just said you have as much faith.
They land on tails, so Ole Miss wins. T-Bob, silly. Don't go and play that game. I'm so confident that the LIU Sharks beat them, too.
That's a good call.
No.
That's a good technique by you.
Yeah, thank you. Florida, sell all the stocks if you actually bought.
Kayce?
Okay, I don't know if this is technically disappointing, but they will be disappointed because they did make the college football playoff last year, and I'm going to put Tennessee here. I've already talked about in previous episodes about how I feel about Joey Aguilar. I will say the one thing, I think that it buys Josh Heupel a little bit of good faith because of the way the Nico drama just flushed out. Like, I think that they're easier to stomach with that whole fan base. However, they didn't just lose Nico. They lost Dylan Sampson, who was obviously an unbelievable player, not just for Tennessee, across the country.
Yeah, exactly.
They have just – their schedule isn't super hard, but they have a full rebuild at receiver. Their defense lost some key guys, and I do believe in Josh Heupel. Don't get me wrong. I think he's good, but a strong defense – Josh Heupel, Joey Aguilar doesn't really just jump off the page to me as going to go back to the college football playoff. So that is why I put them there, because I think they will be disappointed. I don't think they're going to be god-awful because their schedule definitely isn't one of the hardest. But I just think that Joey Aguilar has so much that he has to prove. He has to learn the new scheme quick. He's a post-spring guy. Like, that's just hard for anybody in general. They didn't get more talented at quarterback. I know, Liam, you like Joey Aguilar now.
Well, complicated relationship.
Here. They also lost 4 of their starters on offensive line. The only guy that's still there is their left tackle, which is obviously a very important piece. But when you lose all of that and you get a downgrade, no offense, at quarterback, most likely from at least an athletic standpoint, I just think that, Tennessee getting in the college football playoff last year, that's just not going to happen. And this team is going to be disappointed because with Josh Heupel, any year he has a quarterback, you're going to be like, this guy's going to do it. And it's not going to be Aguilar. Just not
I think that's a great answer. Like, that's probably the team that, well, maybe that's like it's going to take the biggest step back. But do you? And this isn't. I'm just curious. Do y'all think that, like, the Tennessee fans? Do you think they're setting their expectations for this? Like, are they accepting that, like, this year may be a bit of a struggle, or am I ascribing them too much level-headedness?
I'm going to let Brandon handle this one.
What you're doing right now is saying, see that dog on that chain over there?
Yeah.
I know he's on the chain, but he's a good boy. He's a really good boy.
Good pup.
and you can walk up and pet him. I'm just going to take this raw meat right here, and I'm just going to throw it in there because he's going to be real nice. Not even going to, and then you throw it in there and he just attacks it.
Yeah.
All right. Tennessee fans can be on the chain all they want about their expectations here, and they can be reserved, and they can be like, well, we got to give them as soon as they lose a game they shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
As soon as they lose to, I don't even know if they play. Let's say they lost to a Kentucky or a Vanderbilt.
Well, they played.
Let's say Vandy. Let's say Vandy. Like,
let's say they lost to Vandy. That raw meat is getting devoured, and then that dog's going to turn and look at you with bloodlust in his eyes, wanting some fucking hide. That's what's going to happen.
That makes sense.
So Tennessee should never even have to worry about Syracuse in general, but they do open the season in Atlanta against Syracuse. Then they play
Syracuse ain't bad now.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right,
that's what I'm saying. Like, on paper, you should never be worried about that. But then they play Georgia September 13th. That's early. Like, that is going to be
some of these games are too early.
2 days after September 11th.
Some of these games are too early. Some of these games that are usually way in the back of the schedule are up front. I don't like it.
Yeah, September 13th, Tennessee, Georgia sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But then they play UAB and then at Mississippi State have a bye, and then Arkansas October 11th. Then it's at Alabama, at Kentucky, Oklahoma, at Florida later on in November, and Vandy. Like, that's not just an absolute cakewalk. Like I said, it's not a super hard schedule, but it's not completely easy either. And I just think Tennessee fans, and again, if you have Josh Heupel as your coach, you should be stoked. That's the issue here. It's that I just think Joey Aguilar, he may be great, but to have the turnovers that he did the 2 years that he was at App State and to have so little time to get used to this, I don't know. I think it's going to be a disappointing year for them, even if they don't want to fully admit it. It's a big ask.
I'm just saying they play in Starkville.
They do.
That's all I'm saying.
That's good. That's all
I
you
didn't
should.
say anything.
That's all you should say.
I didn't say anything.
It's all you should not say.
We're looking.
They were my.
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was Tennessee would have been probably my choice if it wasn't for the schedule. I think South Carolina's schedule is way more difficult. I probably believe in them a little bit less, but I think Tennessee takes a big step back.
Yeah, that's fair. Tennessee does.
I don't think they're a playoff team, but I think the schedule worked out for them decently well, all things SEC considered.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's why I said that the schedule.
There's no easy schedule in the SEC. It almost doesn't. It doesn't.
Well,
it's gonna have tough.
Texas would beg to differ.
Texas.
I guess they did that at Ohio State this year. Yeah.
In the SEC,
at least a couple, at least two tough games.
Yeah, like Mizzou and Tennessee have the easiest based on like opponent win-loss from last year.
No, Texas outside of Ohio State, Texas in the SEC has the easiest schedule.
Can y'all stop with the scheduling mumbo jumbo? Every single team you're saying plays Mississippi State. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's true.
It's fair. Okay, so speaking of Mississippi State, should we all talk on three? Say the worst team.
Yes.
No. I'd like to lead off that category, please.
Okay, Brandon, who will be the worst team in the SEC in 2025?
Lukey, you want to pay attention here? This is what I want you to put on the graphic. Who will be the worst team in 2025 in the SEC? My answer begins now. The discourse surrounding college athletics in this country has gotten to a point where we value wins and losses far too much.
Sad.
And far too often. We often, as fans, simply gauge the value of these players and these coaches by virtue of their wins and their losses. And is that fair? Is that right?
Unfair.
Is that humanity?
It's
No,
inhumanity.
It's not. It's not right. And we need to look past the on-field results and into the character and the hearts of these young men. And for that reason, I will not be passing judgment or casting aspersions and calling someone the worst team in the SEC. To me, the character of a man, that's how you judge somebody. That's what we should be talking about, not wins and losses.
That's right.
So
Jeff Levy's
Brandon
a good man.
He wants a participation trophy.
That was my answer. Lukey, you'll just have to figure out that for the graphic.
His coach died.
The coach died. So I listen, I don't know. How long do you guys think this category is going to last?
So Ev, Mississippi State.
I'll be back in a minute.
Really?
Listen, I'd like to take a moment to all remember last year on this program when everyone was jumping to do Vanderbilt unanimous last year. There was one man that stood up and said, no.
Is this true?
Diego Pavia will not allow that.
Let's
Diego
go.
Pavia, a day
Big
one,
Ed.
and T-Bob, they can vouch. Not
It's
a
true.
Diego
He's
Pavia
right.
like Vandy. We turned Diego Pavia guy like New Mexico State Conference USA Diego Pavia guy. This guy right here, I said Mississippi State would stink, and I was right. And will they stink again this year? Probably. And, it's a shame because I'm sure they got some nice kids over there. I'm sure there's some very nice kids.
Great hearts.
They're out, just walking old ladies across the street.
Great kids.
Doing philanthropy work, all kinds of nice things. Unfortunately, they stink at football.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame. Now, listen. I'm sitting here on the couch. I'm not good at football.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, State. I mean, it's.
He is correct though. He did. And
I'm a winner. Listen, I win. I'm a winner. I'm an actual champion.
Wait, so Liam,
Personally,
did you do this last year?
Yeah.
So you weren't with Ev? You didn't know about Diego Pavia?
No, I knew about Diego. I just said the worst team would be Vanderbilt still. I didn't know that their triple option concept offense was going to absolutely
good fucking
mesmerize every
good
SEC
fucking
team.
call. I had no idea. I didn't even know who the fuck Diego Pavia was.
Diego and Stowers out there at New Mexico State rocking cowboy hats was a good move.
To the point where we like clowned him because we thought he was doing it just to piss Brandon off. Like it was so that we were like, no, as long as Vanderbilt's in the SEC,
ended up being exactly right. Oh my god, dude! Oh, that's incredible.
Grinding Tuesday night bets on Conference USA, and I'm like, this Pavia guy's in New Mexico State, he was unbelievable. Just box office, like, gotta watch the guy. They lost in the conference championship game. They made the conference title game.
Yes, I didn't know. I didn't know. That's on me. Good call.
Okay, T-Bob, worst team in the SEC?
Well, what's a word for when something is bad?
Atrocious.
That's a good one.
An abomination.
Abysmal.
These are all great words. I was thinking shit. As in fecal matter. What's another word for shit? Poop. Poops. Mark
Caca.
Stoops. Mark Poops. Kentucky is the worst team in the SEC.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if there is a program where the vibes are more down than the Kentucky Wildcats. All their best players left. They even had their associate head coach leave for Louisville. The guy's been a Kentucky staple. He takes off and goes to the fucking crosstown rival. Mark Poops is constantly out there crying poor, bitching and moaning about how he doesn't have resources, doesn't have this, doesn't have that. Now I want to give Mark a little bit of credit because last year he had I was so critical of him in that Georgia game. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Last year at the beginning of the season when he had a chance to win, he punts the ball, fucking insane choice. Credit to him against Ole Miss. He learns lessons. He goes for fourth down. They win that game. But that was just the last kind of flash of light of a dying empire, dying kingdom. I don't grant them the rank of empire. The Kentucky Wildcats are going to be the worst team in the SEC this year. And it's because Stoops is overstayed his welcome at this point. The vibes are terrible.
Well, he tried to leave. I mean, he tried to leave a season ago.
And y'all almost hired him, you psycho motherfuckers. I do not understand that.
I want Brandon's take on Kentucky really quick because he.
Yeah, I have Kentucky as my worst team, not Mississippi State. Yes, thank you.
Handshake emoji. All right. Who did Big F say?
He said the same that he said last year.
Yeah, fat fuck.
You don't need to worry about it.
You motherfucker.
Don't even worry about it.
Piece of shit motherfucker.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll just go really quick. Brandon, I love you. I hate you most of the time, but I do love you. I'm just gonna read what our guy at Pick 6 previews.
His name's Brett.
Shout out Brett.
Oh, I know. Brett.
Excuse me.
Very nice guy. His outlook on Mississippi State. Mississippi State enters the second rebuilding season. Even with some statistical boost, they will remain at the bottom of a hyper-competitive SEC. Cosign. Liam,
hey, do these people know that you all got 60 transfers?
No, they don't know. They don't know.
60 transfers?
Let them find out. Let them fucking find out. Let them motherfuckers
transfers.
find out. I got something for that ass. I got something for that motherfucking ass is what I got. Okay.
Hey, listen. I hope you're right because I don't want you to be in a bad mood every single week. But you went 2-10.
All right.
I would like you to be happy because when you're happy, it makes us happier because you're not as much of a prick to deal with.
Yeah. What's Liam talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it'd be really embarrassing if the SEC team lost to Toledo early in the year And
Toledo's a good team.
Kentucky has a really good chance to do that. I think Mississippi State genuinely has a better roster today than Kentucky does. You're going into 2025 with Zach Calzada as your starting quarterback. I could not care less about what he did against UI Dub. This is Zach Calzada starring in the SEC in 2025. He's 37 years old. He's overstayed his welcome, much like Mark Poops.
Yep.
Why are we trying to shy away from Kentucky? Is so clearly the least talented team in the SEC. I'm like angered that people. Kentucky's terrible.
I know.
They are horrendous beyond belief. They're going to win 2 or 3 games.
Their schedule is also nasty. I mean, it's Toledo, Ole Miss, Eastern Michigan bye, at South Carolina, at Georgia bye, Texas, Tennessee, at Auburn, Florida, Tennessee Tech, at Vandy, at Louisville.
Yeah, like
I don't
have Kentucky winning an SEC game. I think that they're going to lose to Toledo. Like
lose to Louisville at the end of the year.
Losing to Toledo and going 0-8 in the SEC fucking sucks.
Dude,
yeah,
that'd be bad.
it does. And like T-Bob said, they have a head coach who has overstayed his welcome. They have a head coach who is mentally and emotionally checked out and let down. It is a disaster. It's a dumpster fire. The campus might be on
The other thing is, like, we
flames.
forget, and this is a credit to Stoops, but we forget that, like, a little while ago, like, for the vast majority of their history, like, Kentucky was Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only recently where we're like, okay, Kentucky, yeah, they're pretty good. So, like, it's very easy for them to turn back into a pumpkin.
And they're going to turn back into not a pumpkin. What's worse than pumpkin?
Well, I just mean, Cinderella, midnight, turn back into a pumpkin.
No, I know that was
the worst fruit would be a durian from the Philippines.
Yes, Kentucky a 9.5 point favorite over Toledo. Toledo
Brandon,
plus 260 my line. Interesting.
Brandon's look at you is incredible. So they only won one
Smelly
SEC
fruit.
game last year, which was against Ole Miss. But
God,
honestly,
Ole Miss fucked that up.
fucked it up so bad. Like, that's just crazy.
They can't
work.
help themselves. They cannot help
They
themselves.
can't do it. They can't do it.
That was part of the arguments at the end of the year when Lane Kiffin was like running his mouth. It was like, dude, you lost to Kentucky, who only won one SEC game. But in reality, I mean, we're talking about Mark Stoops. How many games do you think that they would have to lose this year for him to just get fired? Do you think that
I think it's already happening.
Yeah, I think this is the last year.
National championship, maybe also.
I do have a new category that I will unleash on this show and for this show only soon. Well, you just tell me when you're ready for it.
Bust on me.
Okay. Well, first, let's talk about Viore, because we love Viore. Listen, I've been wearing the matching sets. I've been telling you guys, Viore is the go-to athletic wear. It's worth it. It makes that ass pop. We know we like that. T-Bob has felt Brandon Walker's Viore boxers. Mm-hmm. We know this. The briefs, they're amazing. They're designed to look great, not just at the gym, but whether you're running errands, heading to the office, or meeting with friends. They also have the core short. They're ideal for anything that you possibly want to do, but they are truly ideal for fitness, running, training, but they're also very stylish and comfortable to wear all day. You can travel in them. I've done that, traveled in the matching. Listen, girls love the matching sets right now, but guys, they have incredible clothing too. They have the breathable boxer brief liners. They've got the soft, lightweight 4-way performance stretch. So no matter what you're doing, no restriction, fellas. Nothing will feel restricted down there.
Billy Lucci took me on a shopping trip at SC Media Days last year. We went to Viore. Yeah, it's great.
That does not shock me whatsoever. Billy is the Viore guy, which is Billy is a stylish man, okay?
I've never hung out with Billy Lucci.
He is a stylist, to be fair. But yes, he is. He is a stylist.
Billy's never taken me shopping.
Yeah, I know.
He's stylish because he has a stylist, but listen.
But he's still stylish nonetheless.
Right. Yeah. And he wants to be comfortable. The man likes to be comfortable, and Viore will do that. So it's the investment in your happiness. It really is. And guys, if you're listening, I'm telling you, buy some Viore for your girl because they will absolutely love it. It's so comfortable. And right now they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at viore.com/roughness. That's VUORI.com/roughness. Exclusions to apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but you also enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75, and you get free returns. Everybody knows this is huge, especially with workout clothes. If it doesn't hit the right place, it doesn't snug the right place, you can send it back for free and get another pair. Go to viore.com/roughness and discover the versatility of Viore clothing. Exclusions to apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Okay, Brandon, you told us you had a new category, but you didn't want to tell us before what it was.
Yeah, well, it's very easy, very simple. Last year was uncharacteristically quiet in the coaching carousel in the SEC, which means it is all brewing. Mm-hmm. First coach fired in the SEC. Pittman, Venables, Freeze, Napier, Stoops, or other.
Okay.
Pittman, Venables, Freeze, Napier, Stoops, or other.
Oh, man.
If TJ Lagway is hurt, it's Billy Napier.
All right, that's her answer. Billy Napier.
No, I don't want that on the graphic.
Well, this might not be on the graphic. I'm just doing this as a fun little side.
Can I
Because if the graphics are templated, I don't want him to have to change it.
Yeah,
can I just show you something, Ryan?
Yeah, show me.
Okay.
What are you showing me? Okay.
I'm gonna refrain from answering this
All right. Why?
Wait, why?
because I want to say it. I should say it for the other one.
He's
no?
got an answer coming up that he's gonna. I got it. He's got it coming up soon.
Okay. I think that if DJ Lagway is healthy,
Yeah.
I think that it's Hugh Freeze. That's my answer. Okay, T-Bob?
I am. I was leaning Hugh Freeze, but
I think we're whistling past the graveyard. What's saving Sam Pittman's job?
looking, I think
boobies.
Arkansas is gonna perform above expectation like last year. Taylor Green.
So if they go 6-6
Seguin,
every year. He just gets to
Petrino.
stay there every year.
Yeah, for
Wow.
now.
Wow.
For now. I think, dude. I mean, Kentucky's not going to win. I mean, what the fuck? Like, Kentucky's going to be. They're going to lose all. The first SEC games are Ole Miss, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas. There's no. I think it's Mark Stoops.
Do you think he's fired?
What you have to consider is the schedule and who can tank September and early October the most.
That's what I was trying to look at, and that's why I almost win Auburn, but Kentucky can tank very quickly.
Now,
I mean,
listen.
Auburn opens the season
Right.
at Baylor.
If Auburn loses at Baylor, comes back, wins 2 games, loses their first at Baylor, at Oklahoma, at Texas A&M, all in September. If they're 2-3 on October 1st, he might be fired then.
It's a the thing is, I think Auburn will be better. We'll see. I think Auburn's gonna be pretty good though. Like, I don't think Auburn's gonna lose to Baylor.
I do think Stoops almost gets to keep his job a little longer out of a sign of respect from Kentucky. Like, thanks for all you've done, man. We'll give you
but
this.
sometimes the best way to get rid of one of those
it's just
long-term
cut loose
coaches
right away. But
is to be like, all right, if you want to coach it out, you can. But like,
To me, it's Pittman. I just think
Really?
there's nothing redeeming about him at Arkansas. Like all the other teams have boom or bust potential. I just think he has bust potential. Go ahead.
See, I wanted to say Pittman too, but I think I'll say Stoops. Part of what you had just alluded to before that I was going to say with who's going to flame out the fastest. Like, Arkansas is going to start 2-0, regardless if they're 2 tomato cans.
Yeah.
They're going to start 2-0, and that's the reason I'll say Stoops over Pittman. If that wasn't the case, I would have leaned Pittman. I literally looked at their schedule, saw Alabama, A&M, and Arkansas State, and was like, all right, he might last the season, or mostly they're going to start 2-0. So I mean, it's not going to be fine until then.
They are, but then they go at Ole Miss, at Memphis, and then have Notre Dame coming to Fayetteville. That's not an easy September.
watch out now. That ain't easy for Notre Dame. Weird shit can happen in Fayetteville.
But even if they're 2-3 going into the bye, they're Arkansas. They're like, all right, we're 2-3. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I think Stoops more like Liam said, if they lose to Toledo, I mean, shit gets dark real quick.
Also, one day, Arkansas is going to beat A&M. It feels like every year the game is
Such a
close,
weird
and
game, yeah.
every year Arkansas finds a way to fuck it up.
Yeah.
But one of these days, Arkansas is going to win again.
Listen, they've done it one time, and it was maybe the worst day of my life. The way that Arkansas fans celebrated the one win they've had in like decades against us was the worst day of my life. Okay. Okay. So did everybody answer that? Brandon,
Yeah.
you went Pittman? Okay. So then let's go surprise team. Big Ev. Who is the most surprising SEC team in 2025?
You know, I think this category I had the hardest time with.
Yeah, me too.
Part of it's because what you guys all pointed out at the beginning, where that 5 to 11, 12 is such like a hodgepodge. And I went with the team that I think I just believed in the most, team-wise, schedule-wise, all-encompassing. And I landed on Ole Miss.
Fat fuck.
And it has nothing to do with Brandon. I am a fat fuck. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
We're all fat
It's
fucks.
just
We're all
I
fat
like
fucks, yeah.
Austin Simmons. I like Austin Simmons. They have a ton of
Kayce.
money in the transfer portal. They reload at receiver, reload on defense. Simmons this is Simmons' third year in the program. Obviously, we just saw the one drive against Georgia, but he looked good, and I think he's a lot of talent. And then when I look at the schedule, I sit there and look down, and I'm like, they have a very good chance they start 4-0 against Georgia State, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tulane. Then they play LSU. That's obviously a big game. But even then, like, they play at of the big three they play is at Georgia. They play at Oklahoma, South Carolina at home, Florida at home, end at Mississippi State, obviously. It wouldn't shock me at all if this team won 10 games this year, and that's why I'm saying Ole Miss. That's my pick. I really think they have a real path to 10-2. I really don't think they go worse than like 8-4, but I think 9-3, 10-2, very, very attainable for this team. So I'll pick Ole Miss.
It's an inspired pick.
I feel like a lot of people are obviously looking at losing Jackson Dart, but in reality, he was great, and he's going to hopefully, Ev, for your Giants. I know you're a big fan of his, but it's not like losing him just completely resets an entire team when they have everybody that Lane has.
No, and they have so much money. Like, you have so many, like, they just reload. Like, they got a ton of receivers in, a ton of guys on defense. They still brought back Perkins, a few guys on defense. They're going to be, like, I think they're going to have a lot of talent both sides of the ball. They're kind of the team. I put some thought into this one. I feel good about this one.
Liam, who's your most surprising team?
I got really close to going with Ole Miss as well. It honestly just came down to win totals. They're saying at 8.5, and it came down to SEC championship game winner odds where they're 16-1. So I went for the 7.5 total. I went for the 60-1 SEC championship game winner odds, which I don't think that they win the SEC. I don't think they're going to be in the SEC title game, but it's Mizzou. I think Mizzou wins 10 games. I think Mizzou's plus 800 to make the playoff. Losing Bray Cook, losing Luther Burden, whatever, man. Prabula's in. They still got solid receivers. Ahmad Hardy coming in at running back, going to be one of the premier running backs in the sport. I gave Ahmad Hardy serious consideration for SEC Offensive Player of the Year. An absolute joy to watch. Awesome. Mizzou's really good on paper, and their schedule just lines up super nicely. I need Kirby Moore not to be an incompetent piece of garbage what he was with the weapons he had at display the last year when he couldn't find ways to be creative and get Luther the ball, and just Kirby Moore, be a good coach this year, dude. Be a good OC. Mizzou 10 wins.
Brandon, I know you've been a big Missouri guy. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, that was fine. That was a good answer.
Well, what's your answer?
Has he gone?
I have not gone. Do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Well, guys, help me out here. Where's the game of football won and lost?
The trenches.
The trenches.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? If you were to look at PFF's unit position rankings for the entire country,
The penis.
it's very interesting. There's a team that is said to have the fourth best offensive line and fourth best defensive line in the entire country. Do you know who that would be?
Tennessee.
Oklahoma.
No. That would be your Florida Gators. Florida Gators, baby. Florida Gators, DJ Lagway, elite O-line, elite D-line, blue chip ratio, badass receivers. And guess what, Liam?
Yeah.
Billy Napier's not that bad. Okay, he was good. And he could be good again.
Pass verbiage always.
I don't care. He can be
Always
good
the
again. He's got it inside of him. No, I think like it's like in Beer Fest when they start chanting, we're not that drunk. And everyone's like, holy fuck, they're actually not that drunk. Like, holy fuck, Billy Napier's actually not that bad. Give me the Florida Gators. Now, the schedule sucks. I don't think they're going to do anything special, but they will outperform expectation. And they're going to fuck up some people's season. Give me the Florida Gators to be my surprise team.
Okay. Brandon, do you want me to go first? You want to go last?
Depends. Answer that text message I just sent you.
Oh, my God.
I need
I'm
to
not answering that.
No,
I already.
It based on it if I'm going last or not.
Did you film it?
Well,
Just
I
tell
already
me,
kind of.
because you're gonna have to say it now anyway. Just tell me, and then you can say it. All right,
Oh,
go.
I was going to text you.
All right.
Okay.
You got it.
So I completely agree with everything that Ev was saying. This one was by far the hardest. And when I tell you I went through everything, and when you look at the middle of the SEC and you're just like, holy shit, I could pick all this apart. And I decided to do something because I'll be honest, it sucks that Texas' schedule is so easy, and it sucks that I'm going to have to pick Texas in a later category at some point. I'm telling you right now, and I already alluded to this, T-Bob.
Oh, yeah, get it, Kayce. This is it.
Your Texas A&M Aggies, my Texas A&M Aggies, got the ring on right here. 8-4 is the perennial joke. It's the perennial joke, right? And I understand why. Mike Elko, in his first season in the SEC, and when you look across the league, you had Kalen DeBoer, who went 9-3, inherited a team from Nick Saban. You had Brian Kelly that went 9-3 in his first year, I believe.
Went to Atlanta.
So Mike Elko going 8-4 is the third best in the SEC as a first-year head coach. Marcel Reed is going to get better in his progressions this season. He's obviously a workhorse. You have Amari Daniels and Le'Veon Moss coming back at running back. You have a much better wide receiver room. Brandon, we got a guy from Mississippi State. We got our guy, Mario Craver, I believe is how you say it.
Yeah, he's trash.
Yeah, he's not trash. He's not trash. But you got Kayce Concepcion from
that's
NC
big.
State.
He's fucking awesome.
Elite.
Incredible.
Not only do we have our entire offensive line back, all 5 starters, we also have 2 other guys that started the season before. So we have 7 offensive line starters back. We have returned 7 guys on defense. Not great, but they reloaded. I'm telling you right now, year 2 of Mike Elko, with Marcel Reed getting the offseason to know he's a starter. When you look at the games last year, when he absolutely, no offense, torched LSU. He had some mistakes. Obviously, he wasn't perfect.
Not the starter in that game, but yes, he fucked us up. I hate Marcel Reed.
Once he came in, I'm saying once Marcel Reed came in, and he wasn't perfect. I'm not going to pretend like he's going to be some elite level passer, like I said, but having an offseason to run this team and know what he has and to get better weapons, much better at wide receiver, have our running back guys. Le'Veon Moss was low-key one of the best in the country last year until he got hurt. I'm telling you, this A&M team is going to surprise. And by that, I don't think that they're going to win the SEC this year. I would love it. And I would pray for it every single day. But they're not going 8-4 this season, boys. They're not going 8-4, and that is going to be surprising because people prey on our downfall.
You see that, guys? It's almost like y'all ever watch Peanuts? Charlie Brown?
Wow.
You know when Charlie Brown goes to kick that football, and I'll be every fucking time he thinks he's going to make contact. Every fucking time he thinks he's going to kick that ball.
You and I are going to be sitting next to each other all fucking season, and you're going to keep saying they're going to do it again. Listen, I understand we've not won a national championship since 1939. Okay, I get it. Johnny Manziel's been in the Barstool news the last couple of weeks. I get it. Everybody wants to make a joke. A&M, Mike Elko, you got to stand for something here, okay?
Yep.
And I really do believe this. And all jokes aside, when you go through the SEC and you look at who could be surprising, Florida, obviously a great answer, but people have really high expectations for DJ Lagway in this team.
Yeah.
You look at LSU, people have really high expectations for Garrett Nussmeier. When you look across this league, A&M is that team to me, Missouri as well, and Ole Miss, those 3 that you're sitting there that you're just like, I don't know, there just doesn't seem to be enough hype around it. And I'm telling you that this roster is stacked. And as long as these guys can stay healthy, I think they're going to have a fucking good season.
So, I mean, look, to your point, like you said, top 10 in returning production, which is always a great measure of improvement. Top 10 in signing class, top 10 in transfer portal, top 10 in blue chip ratio. And even though I said the schedule's hard because the Notre Dame game is kind of a fucking game that could decide if either one is a playoff contender, and I don't love the away games, if you look at it in a different light, you do draw 4 of the league's bottom 6 teams. So, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe this is the year.
Well, and I do feel like, I mean, again, with all my hope and dreams aside, when you look at Amari Daniels and Le'Veon Moss added with what Marcel Reed can do on the ground, these adding wide receivers that are much more talented than what we had last year, and they weren't awful last year, but when you have those 3 guys that can do anything on their feet, and then you add some vertical threats like that to me with the defense, it's always good. Like that to me is huge for this offense, and I'm believing. I'm buying in.
I like Reed's throwing potential a bit more than most too. Like I thought last year, being thrust in the situation that he was when he was a freshman, like. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the flashiest or anything, but it was very composed. Like, I score Marcel Reed very high on the intangible scale.
I love to hear that. Hey, listen, I really did try. I tried to pick another team. I couldn't do it. Okay, Brandon, who's your surprise team? I feel like the anticipation of this is crazy.
He's building us up so much. Like, come on.
You texted me.
If you look around the SEC, see a lot of great players and a lot of great coaches.
Yeah.
See Missouri, a lot of talent back, easy schedule. You see A&M, so much potential. Trash quarterback. You see all these. You see all these things.
No.
You see South Carolina, good quarterback.
Trash team.
Bad defense. Trash coach at Florida. You see all these things.
Not true. Not trash good.
And then you realize
He was good.
You realize as the number one voice in college football,
Oh my God.
as the number one media member in college football, as the heart and soul of Unnecessary Roughness,
Where's Josh?
you've been too quiet for too long. And you've allowed things to fester, and you've allowed people like Big Ev to get wins by saying your team's going to be the worst. And I'm here to say,
You're not going to do this.
I'm
Yes,
here
he
to
is.
say,
Tell him.
them days are fucking over with, okay? So to Big Ev from Starkville, Mississippi, fuck you, Big Ev!
Let's go.
T-Bob A-Bear, fuck you, T-Bob! You're cool. Fuck you, Kayce Smith. Fuck you, Josh Pate. Fuck you, Joel Klatt. All right? It's time for a change around here. 60 new players. 31 transfers. Defense. Offense. We're going to score points. We're going to win games. We're winning an SEC game this year. We're not losing Toledo. We're going to a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck both of you. Mississippi State. We've been quiet for too goddamn long. We've been letting you guys think that Ole Miss runs our state. They ain't shit. They can't beat Kentucky. All right? Tired of this shit.
Listen.
May I compliment Mississippi State?
Please.
I like Cromanhoke.
Well, he ain't ever going to play, but cool.
Is he not going to play? Is he definitely not? Is he definitely not going to play?
He might. He's probably our backup, but we have our starter for this year, and then our next guy's already in the program. So he might. I don't know. We'll see. If he does, it'd be great.
I
like him too.
When he played.
I have. So Brandon, I mean, you've convinced me. You know what I think it is?
Oh my God.
I think it's shaping up to be a good season.
I was gonna say it too. Wait, is this your next guy, Camario Taylor?
Beast.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 230.
You
Beast.
think
I'll
he's
buy
going
stock.
to start, Brandon?
No. Blake Shapen's going to start this year.
Oh, okay.
I'm buying so much stock in Camario.
Brandon.
Yeah.
So they're making a bowl game. So as we all know, that means 6 games. So I really like, and I'm not being sarcastic right now. I really want to know where you think they're going to come from. So
It's Southern
easy.
Miss. So
Southern Miss.
I don't like that we open on the road to Southern Miss, and that has a chance to be the worst day of my life.
Okay. So then you have Arizona State.
Because the problem is we're not playing Southern Miss that day. We're playing Marshall, and Marshall would beat us last year. But we're not the same
true.
team.
Good point, actually.
So we got Southern Miss. Then we'd have to beat Arizona State.
Okay. Then you have Alcorn State.
So we're at 3. Then we'd have to beat Tennessee probably.
Well, yeah. So you're Northern Illinois. You're saying yes.
If we're not good enough to beat Northern Illinois, this is all a waste. So
Well, I mean, Notre Dame.
we got to be able to beat a MAC team. Yeah, but that was an anomaly. Or Northern Illinois wasn't even good
They
last year.
finished like 500 last year.
So we gotta pick off an SEC game or two. We got Ole Miss at home. We got Tennessee at home.
Egg Bowl, all bets are off. Like, we know that for a
We
fact.
played them well, even though we've been
Egg
trashed.
Bowl, all bets are off.
Mississippi State,
You're at A&M at Florida.
which we
Home
lost
against
A&M
Texas.
last year, and generally that's a 500 series, so we could beat
That's
them.
true. At Texas. Mm-hmm. No, home against Texas. At Arkansas. Georgia at home. At Missouri.
I'm just trying to get to 6, Kayce. I'm not trying to get to 9.
God, it's a brutal fucking.
I'm buying so much stock in Camario Taylor, Brandon.
Knoxville
What
County.
about-
You know whose high school that is? Ever heard of Jeffrey Simmons?
Nice.
He's pretty damn good.
Right down
Cody Mount crushed him in camp.
right down the road from me.
What about Kaluigi?
Nah, he ain't it. He went to Ole Miss.
You down for Camario Taylor?
Yeah, I'm looking.
he's a
I've been watching this footwork.
I think he's the highest recruited quarterback we've ever landed.
Yeah, he looks nice, Brandon. And
Levy.
he's a physical menace to society.
Yeah.
Jeffy.
I can't
Jeff
wait.
Levy's a
I
physical
can't
man.
wait
That's a
for
big dude.
2026.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Yep.
out of curiosity, did you really think anybody else was going to take Mississippi State?
No, what I was going to do was if I was trying to see if I was going last or if it would have been better. I just want to know what you had because I could set up what I was going to do better.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I will say thank you for taking your team as well because that means that we're both just biased homers.
My
right?
only problem with you taking your team, and I don't really have a problem with anything you said, roster-wise, but you guys are preseason top 25. Like I don't think it'd be a surprise.
But it's like shit. It's still A&M.
Exactly what T-Bob said while I was saying it was he was like they do this every year and then everybody's seen the A&M logo. Photoshop is 8-4.
Yeah,
like, we know
it's great.
Like,
it's so
that's
funny, dude.
So to not go 8-4 for most haters would be a surprise.
We're dragging. Speed us up.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Let's go coach of the year then. And Brandon, I'll let you start.
Without giving away anything that's coming later, and almost a complete departure from everything I believe as a human being.
Oh no.
I got Brian Kelly, LSU. I got Brian Kelly, LSU. I think, is he a good person? No. Does he fit at LSU? No. Is he a good football coach who's better than what they've performed? Yes, he is. He's better than what has happened at LSU so far. This is his best team at LSU, and the powers that be in the SEC, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, 0 of them are at their peak this year. I think they're all a step down. Georgia a step down from where they were at their peak. Texas a step down this year. Alabama a step down. I think the room for somebody to crash the party and be a surprise, not even a surprise, but be able to. LSU has this weird thing of when they peak, they win the SEC, and then they go back to like 9-4, 8-4.
Yeah, they win the national championship.
Yeah,
they just disappear again.
They're a very volatile stock, but when they go up, goddamn, do they go up?
That's true.
And I think this is an up year for him, along with a down year for everybody else. And I got Brian Kelly.
T-Bob?
I'm just still.
My lips to God's ears.
I'm just basking in a little bit.
Maybe you could say something nice about my team every now and then.
Hey, I said y'all had 60 new players.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Actually, you just said a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think we're going to be one of the most surprising teams in the country.
I will say that. That's a funny way to say that. I might start using that. I wanted to go Napier here, but I can't find the wins on the schedule. I'm going to go Eli Drinkwitz. And that is because, look, I think. So, first off, I do think Mizzou, we all know, is on the easier end of the schedule spectrum, which is huge in these conversations. But also, like, it's a weird thing where. Should I be disappointed that last year Brady Cook and Luther Burden were so bad? Or should I be impressed that Mizzou still had a really good season despite their best players being so disappointing? And I think I've kind of landed in the latter category where them having the wins that they did with their best guys not putting out the numbers shows me that Drinkwitz is building a consistency there that they can build upon. Then shout out my guy SEC Mike, that SEC podcast, great show, love those guys, him and cousin Shane. He had a great graphic, top SEC transfers, and I'm like, ooh, this is fun to just think about and read about. And you look and it's like, hey, 3rd on the list, Ahmad Hardy. We heard Liam talk about Ahmad Hardy, the running back from ULM. 5th on the list, Kevin Coleman. 7th on the list, Wilson. 11th, Bo Pribula. Everybody. Key guys, good guys, impact players at impact positions, all going to a program in Mizzou that is growing consistently. So yeah, I think this is a season where Mizzou could. I don't think they're going to win the SEC, but I think they go 10-2 and potentially be a playoff team. And I think if that happens, combined with what they've done in the last couple of years, I think Eli Drinkwitz could be your coach of the year.
Big Ev?
I had a hard time with this because I think I'm gonna go chalk and I'm gonna go Steve Sarkisian. I think this is the year. Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
Chalk. I'm not overthink. I really want to put Clark Lee to get some Vandy representation on this graphic. They bring back a ton, but they're still gonna just win a few games, whatever. I'll start Steve Sarkisian.
I mean, to your point, Ev, what worries me is if Texas wins the SEC. And they get over that hump, it feels like, and they'll probably be undefeated if they do that. Like, it's going to, the Sark Suck Fest is going to be out of control.
Oh, it's gonna be out.
That's what because I even went and looked and he hasn't won it.
No,
he obviously didn't get it last year. So I was like, you know what? And I don't even think he got it in the Big 12.
He got it the last year. The last year.
Did he win Coach of the Year?
Because remember they lost to Oklahoma, but then Oklahoma ended up losing to like 2 random teams like Baylor and maybe Oklahoma. I can't remember who they lost. But yes, they did. And that is the only conference championship that Sark has. Shit, that was his first 10-win season.
I don't think he won Coach of the Year.
Oh, I apologize. No, I believe you're correct.
Because my thought was like, is he going to get the, like, obviously they're like the favorite, so is he going to get the credit for that? That's kind of where I was at. But I was like, there's all those teams in the middle. I don't know if they're going to rise up enough to be like Coach of the Year. Sark. Long answer, Shark.
Well, and Clark Lee won it last year, right? So like they would have to have some crazy year for him.
Oh, wait. Sorry, just so we're fact, I just looked it up. He did win AP Big 12 Coach of the Year in 2023.
Okay.
For whatever that's worth. So he has one to his name, but I'm still with you. I think your logic is very, very sound.
Blutman?
Josh Heupel, Tennessee. I like Tennessee's schedule a good bit. I could see this still being a 10-win team. I know there's a lot of talk about what they've lost. I know that there's a lot of talk. I do think he'll get some leeway for, hey, Nico really left you in the dust, put you in a tough situation. You're able to still churn out 9 wins. Like, hey, there's that potential still. I do think 10 wins. Joey Aguilar, like you talked about an hour ago, complicated relationship. Life is all about growth and growth as a human being and being able to change and figure things out and keep things level-headed. And for me, Joey Aguilar I did not love at App State. Joey Aguilar I thought would have been a terrible UCLA quarterback. Joey Aguilar's at Tennessee now, which is the absolute perfect spot that the kid could be. Yeah, it's in the SEC. Yeah, the game's going to be faster and tougher. Yeah, he's with Josh Heupel. Yeah, he's with a quarterback's best friend, playing in an offense that will limit your mistakes. Joey Aguilar's worst trait is that he is so fearless and is such a gunslinger that he's going to turn the ball over and throw interceptions. Joe Milton and Nico in their final years at Tennessee both just threw 5 interceptions. Aguilar last year at App State threw 14 picks. That number is going to be cut down. Mm-hmm. That number is going to be cut down. Joey Aguilar had an 81.3 spotlight rating, which is taking a formula that takes into account accuracy, efficiency, explosiveness, deep ball completion percentage, turnover avoidance, third down, red zone athleticism.
What?
That's to the quarterback spotlight Twitter's account.
Are you
got
Lebo?
a few thousand followers, not Lebo. Joey Aguilar's best trait is throwing deep downfield. What are you going to do in a Josh Heupel offense? You're going to spin that thing downfield, and you're going to do it with great receivers. Mr. Matthews, I had heavy consideration for him as the league breakout player. Mike Matthews is going to be a star. I like what Tennessee has. I really, truly do. Josh Heupel, 10 wins this year.
An impassioned argument.
Sitting on that one.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
When he said that he had a complicated relationship with Joey Aguilar earlier, when I said Tennessee was going to be disappointing, I knew that wasn't the end of Blutman's Joey Aguilar talk. I've already said it.
Hold on, Kayce.
What?
Something in this room has to be discussed. So, do you think we're taking? Is he supposed to do a show right now?
I think at 4:00, Wake Up Mincy starts, and Ben just popped his head in.
He just showed up with his 3:50 in the afternoon. He just showed up to work with his backpack on his back.
No. He was upstairs. You know, Mincy's an upstairs boy. He just came downstairs.
So, do we need to get out of his way?
Yeah, we could shut the show down.
We're not doing that.
Hold on.
We're not doing that.
Lukey, go get him.
We're not stopping the SEC preview of unnecessary roughness for Mincy. I'm sorry.
Just relax. Hold on. Let me just have a conversation with the boy.
Do you think there's any way that Brandon's going to do that?
Let me have a conversation with the boy. That's all I'm asking.
Shut down the roughness.
Is he out there?
Brandon Cook.
Yeah. Do you have a mic over there? Have a seat.
Mincy, hey, guess what? Liam, wait, who chose Ole Miss as their break? Ev? Was it Ev?
Ev.
That surprise team?
Mincy.
What's up, Brandon Walker?
Are we in your way?
Never.
Okay. All right. So you didn't know? Yeah. So I didn't realize you were doing. I don't know. My bad.
No worries.
We're using your studio for this. So
Yeah, no problem. I can just start after. Whenever, how long are you going to be in here?
probably about 25
Yeah, that's
more
fine.
minutes.
That's fine.
I apologize.
No worries. You're good, man.
Would you?
What's the latest on Ole Miss? We're talking SEC, Minty. Give us
That's not what I was going to ask.
give us
at
like
all.
a breakdown. I want to know from the fucking source.
He's not the source.
Yes, he is.
I feel
He's
like I'm pretty
dialed.
plugged in.
Yes,
He's
he
a
is
source
definitely
for
plugged.
LSU.
Ask him about his team, LSU.
No.
No, the Ole Miss thing, I think, look, a lot of excitement on Austin Simmons. Rightfully
Yep.
so. The upside's huge. He's still young, though. Like, I feel like it's like kind of I think he's going to be really good, but like he hasn't started a game yet. And what we've
Is
seen.
he transferring to Florida?
That'd be news to me.
That's what I heard.
I hadn't heard that. But I think he's going to be good. I think there's plenty of weapons on offense. Receiving core looks good. The defense lost 5 NFL draft
Yeah,
picks.
that's a
That
problem.
was a top 3 defense in the country. It's almost best one they've ever had. There's got to be some regression there. And I know there's talent, but like, do they fall to like top 25, top 30, or do they fall to like top 50? So I think it's going to be a fun team. I think like could be top 20, top 25, like fun 8-4. But I don't think you have playoff expectations.
Mitzi, very, very well. You shouldn't. You're never going to make it. Real quick, I'm going to ask you a question and you answer it. All right? Just because I apologize for taking your studio. So I'm going to say a category and you just say the answer. You don't have to say reasoning. You just say the answer. Okay?
Okay.
Coach of the year in the SEC.
Coach of the SEC.
It's your quick thinking.
I
that
know.
sets you apart.
Yeah. The quick thinking.
I mean, look, there's a lot of answers.
No,
here.
I'll go with the wild one, and I'm gonna talk myself into a bounce back here for Oklahoma, and I'll go Venables.
Okay.
Oh,
I like Mateer. I like
uninspired
Mateer.
pick.
I like Mateer and Arbuckle.
All right. Surprise team in the SEC. Go.
I if I have to take, I like Oklahoma. I think Auburn could be better than people think too.
All right. No, I'm not going to ask that one. Disappointing team in the SEC.
South Carolina.
Yep, there we go.
My thing is, I look at South Carolina and Ole Miss have a lot of similarities as programs. They're like good underdogs, but anytime their expectations, it's like always a problem. And I think they lost too much on defense, and their schedule's tough.
All right. Well, we did take your studio, and I apologize, but you did just get to be on.
Yeah,
the
we'll
SEC
be on
preview.
rough this now, and we'll roll at 415, 420. It's fine.
All right. Thank you. We'll get
Yeah,
out of here.
of course.
All right.
My dog.
All right. Go, Kayce. Sorry.
No
Legion of
explanation
Zoom.
needed. I already did it. Texas A&M.
Okay.
Mike Elko. Mike Elko will be the coach of the year. Okay, Brandon, you do that read that
Did
I know
Big
you're
Am say
excited.
coach of the year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sark.
Yeah, sorry. The great answer. I mean,
I would never.
Yeah,
I would never say this to his face. But when it comes to talking SEC football, Ben Mintz is really good.
yeah.
Is he stupid? Yes. Do I hate
great.
him? Yes. Is he an idiot? Yes. But the boy can talk SEC football.
We should talk SEC. We should talk SEC.
He knows what he's
with
talking about. He knows he's a ball knower. This fall, let me tell you something. Before I even read this ad,
Do it, Brandon. Do it.
If you could just say, Brandon, you're now in charge of sales at Barstool Sports, but you can only sell to companies that you love.
Okay.
And you can only sell to companies that you just will eat their product and wear their product and all that. I'd have a list.
The cock company?
All right.
Okay, my bad. That's the last one.
Firehouse Subs
Okay, hell yeah.
is
Yes.
way. Let me tell you something.
The
Because
hook
I
and
hear
ladder,
people, talk about their sandwiches and the New York steamer from Firehouse Subs. You give me a large New York steamer, a bag of barbecue chips, and a cold drink. I am in heaven. And y'all can laugh all you want at the
That
name.
New York steamer's a
That
great
thing is
name.
delicious.
Sounds delicious, dude.
So
I
good.
want it.
It's pastrami with melted cheese. Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, you
T-Bob,
have to
I'm
have melted
assuming
cheese.
as an LSU boy, you love hot sauce. You know, Firehouse has a hot sauce bar. Like
I did know that actually. So
I'm
that,
salivating.
I used to
I'm
frequent.
salivating
I
right
used
now.
to frequent a Firehouse
say-
growing up. And you don't like saying it like that?
This fall, Firehouse Subs has your back with hot and heavy subs stacked high with premium meats, melty cheese, and freshly toasted rolls. Big portions, a bold flavor, subs that actually hit when you're hungry. Once football season kicks off, the last thing you want to do is cook. Let Firehouse Subs handle it. I might have to stop and give me a New York steamer today. It's so good. Whether you're watching the game, tailgating, or just avoiding the kitchen, can I get one right now?
Yeah. How much does a New York steamer cost, I wonder?
Oh, it's reasonable.
Hell yeah.
Whether you're watching the game, tailgating, or just avoiding the kitchen, Firehouse Subs has you covered. Crave-worthy subs to match every matchup. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Order from anywhere, your couch, the tailgate, or even while streaming the game under the table at that wedding you didn't want to go to. Easy ordering, no waiting. Game day, it is handled with Firehouse Subs. Thank you, Firehouse Subs, for being on board this year.
They get it.
You like a New
I
York
love
steamer?
Firehouse.
I love a New York steamer. I mean, what was it? You said what was it?
Can you
Salami
boys
and melted
just
cheese?
shut up? You
I'm
just
sorry,
shut
I
up for
can't.
1
I
second.
know it's fucking no. Actually, no. I mean, I love sandwiches. I think sandwiches are like the premier. I think I eat a sandwich a day. I might have to stop by Firehouse as well now.
They're so good. I haven't had one in a while. There in College Station, there was one really close on my drive home from the stadium. Oh my God. Okay, Ev, it is time for the Liam Blutman Ball Knowers big game of the season presented by Brandon Walker. For those out there that are listening that didn't listen to the Big Ten, basically this game is not the prototypical jump off the page primetime game that we all know. This is, if you know ball, you know how important this game is going to be. So who is your pick this year, Big Ev?
So it's tough in the SEC, obviously, because they'll have like 10 teams in the top 25. But I tried to go with a game that didn't have the big three, didn't have Georgia, Texas, Alabama. Obviously a big game, but I think where it stands in the season and how big it is for the two teams, it was warranted. It's LSU at Ole Miss, September 27th.
Oh, it's a big boy, isn't it?
I think it's a big one. And I know it's a little bit like you say that, oh, it's two big programs. I get it. But where it stands in the season, I think Ole Miss is going to be 4-0 going to that game. It's at home. They have a bye after it. And LSU obviously is a big one before that. They have Clemson week 1. That's huge. But regardless of them winning or losing that game is how massive. I mean, if they lose, it makes it even that much more massive probably for them. 2 losses. Could be out of the playoff picture potentially. But that LSU at Ole Miss game, September 27th, is massive. I think the winner of that game has a very good chance to make the playoff. LSU Ole Miss, September 27th. Huge, huge game.
All right, T-Bob?
Excuse me. Okay, I'm going September 20th. So another earlier one. I'm going Auburn at Oklahoma. And I guess the reasons are a couple. I view both these teams as being in very similar spots. Once proud programs, fallen on hard times, head coaches that the base is not sure are the guy or if they believe in. Both have big-time transfer quarterbacks that are supposed to change everything. For me personally, I like Oklahoma more. The fact they have this game at home is massive. But when you look at this, like this game could be the deciding factor for both of these teams' seasons to see if they step back to where they are used to being. And like we talked about with Auburn earlier with the firing question, if Auburn loses this game, this could be a you don't come home after this game, Hugh Freeze sort of game. So give me Auburn at Oklahoma, September 20th. Liam Blutman, real ball knower game presented by Brandon Walker.
Brandon Walker.
Yeah, me and Big Ev probably just could have sat together and done this. It's LSU Ole Miss. I think it's just so gigantic for both of them. It's also probably low key. If you went 5 or 10 years, the best game year to year as far as the quality of the game and the stupidity of things that happen.
Beautiful.
It's LSU Ole Miss. And if LSU is going to be what I am soon to predict them to be, they got to win that one. It starts right there. Not even start. They can lose to Clemson, and it doesn't matter. It starts right there. If they win that game, everything opens up. If they lose, everything closes up.
Okay, Blutman.
You give me the bat, I want to swing.
Yeah.
I want to swing for the fences. I want to swing for a grand slam. Third Saturday in October 18th. Your mind just went to the wrong place. You went to Tennessee, Alabama. Why'd you do that? Mistake made. I know why you did that, but what mistake was made? Mississippi State at Florida. It's the day Billy Napier. It's the game that gets Billy Napier canned and fired. It all comes up engulfed in flames. Mississippi State stuns Florida in the swamp. It's over for Billy Napier. It's time to move on. That's the big game. That's the underrated big game. It's changing the game on a national scale because Florida's finally going to get a good head coach in the mix, you would think.
I don't really agree with him. Hearing it come from his face was delightful and wonderful.
Hell yeah.
I'll just say if that were to happen, and if Mississippi State were to deliver the fatal blow to Billy Napier's tenure at Florida, if y'all think I've been insufferable to this point, if y'all think I've been,
Brandon looks legitimately happy right now. This is the happiest that I have ever seen him look.
I give what he said a 5% chance of happening.
Fair.
All I'm saying is if what he just described were to happen,
Oh my
the
God.
levels of Brandon Walker you would see are heretofore unseen and unfathomable to me. So let's just see if it happens.
What a poetic ending it would be to the Napier.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Brandon would have a heart attack and come himself at the same time.
He would. I give it an
good way to go out.
8.2% chance that happens.
Liam, how did you describe before the show? You said my ball knower game is so ball knower that it may not be ball knower.
But it is so ball knower.
Yeah, that's very well said.
Thank you.
Because
it's over.
Going to get fucking wrecked.
It's over for Florida. And they're going to thank me. Smokes and Jacob are going to walk up to me in the office next day, and they're going to say, thank you, Liam, for saving our program. You did it.
Smokes isn't going to know who they're playing that day.
Fair.
As much
True.
as
He
I would
won't know
love,
the news till next season.
I would love to see Brandon as happy as that would make him. I do not predict that to happen. My ball knower game is one of the ones that caused a lot of controversy last year for Ole Miss. It's Florida at Ole Miss, because I think both of these teams are going to be right on the precipice of the college football playoff. I don't have either one of them playing for an SEC title, but I think when we look at how this 12-team playoff is shaking out, we know how important those middle teams in the SEC are going to be. And if both of those teams still have hope, which I believe DJ Lagway is going to be very good. I agree with you, T-Bob. I think Florida is going to be very good. And you tell me that on November 15th in Oxford, Lane Kiffin could potentially have the chance to have revenge over what happened last year, because they had no business losing to Florida last year. Ole Miss would have been in that playoff. When you look at these two teams and what they could potentially roll out, I think this will have a major playoff implication spot for probably that maybe third team in the SEC to get in. So if Blutman's thing happens, obviously that doesn't happen, but that is mine for November 15th. All right, real quick, breakout player of the year. T-Bob, I'll start with you.
All right, my breakout player of the year, I'm going to go with Chris Hilton from LSU. We were discussing before the show, is he like breakout player? Is he already famous? I mean, he doesn't have a ton of college production, a lot of potential. He came on at the end of last year when he finally got healthy. He was hurt all of last year in kind of an extended, annoying sequence. The word on the street is him and Nuss are absolutely dialed right now. And, I mean, I legitimately think if Chris Hilton's healthy last year, I think LSU is 1 to 2 wins better. That's how big of an impact he could have. So I think by season's end, Chris Hilton's going to be in like first round NFL draft conversations. Give me Chris Hilton Jr. to be my breakout player.
Ev?
So I'm not going to pick him. I actually had Chris Hilton Jr. written down.
Let's go.
Track speed. Those last 2 games last year, I think the connection's there. You saw it. He plays all that. But I'm going to go – I'll do the more chalk one. I'm taking Austin Simmons. I just believe in the potential. I believe in the coach, the quarterback coach that's going to be coaching him. I believe in the skill players they brought in to fill in for somebody they lost last year. I just believe in the offense, the scheme, the player, the talent, all the above. So I'll say Austin. I obviously picked another to be the surprise team, so I'll go Austin Simmons. I think obviously first year is the starter, breakout year is Ole Miss' starting quarterback.
Brandon?
Fluff Bothwell, Mississippi State running back.
What a name. I know we've said that every time.
Well,
we had the debate before you got in, Brandon,
true, fair.
whether he had a huge season last year.
He had a huge season in Mobile, Alabama.
Correct.
Not in the SEC.
No, that's correct. We were off before we started recording. We were discussing what dictates because he actually Fluff Bothwell was the example I brought up because he said but the guy from ULM, Hardy,
Ahmad Hardy.
Let me pick my running back, please.
Let the man have his running back.
I love Fluff. Great player. Great ball player.
Well, I was talking to a couple of Brandon's.
Fluff be great last year.
I was talking to a couple of Brandon's best friends from high school, and they told me that he fluffed both well. So that makes a lot of sense that he would choose that.
Okay, Liam, I know you probably have one for every team, so you got to pick one
Yeah,
for the
I have
whole.
16.
Yeah, exactly. Relax, Liam.
I have 16. I strongly considered going with Simmons. It's so hard for me. Like the breakout thing we were talking about before, so it's so hard to like for me to go with that. I still went for him for the Ole Miss rep, but I went with the different. I remember Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
You just remember Jalen Carter?
Yeah, I remember Jalen
what
Carter.
force he was. What dominant force.
Fucking beast.
Yeah. Georgia did it again. Georgia did it again with a 6'4", 310-pound mythical beast.
They have another Jalen Carter?
They have Elijah Griffin, who is a 5-star, just waltzing in there, tearing up every single person I've spoken to that's just seen the Georgia campus say he's been one of the most impressive just football players that they have ever seen. That he gets the highest praise imaginable. Big, strong, scary demon, elite skills and traits across the board, monstrous arms, frighteningly quick. He's going to play at high levels of football for a long, long time to come, and he's got a shot put background, so you know he's the real deal.
I just want one of those guys.
Yeah, you can't get those guys because they go Georgia. Elijah Griffin drive safely and just play good football, man.
Cry me a fucking river. LSU's really dumpster diving for their recruits.
No, John.
That's
not what I mean, guys. It's all relative. It's all relative.
It's not all. Come on.
It's not all. Yeah, it's not all relevant.
No,
It literally is all relevant.
Hold on. You can't say it either, Kayce. Neither one of y'all.
What are you talking about? Yeah, you have a top 10 roster every fucking
Everybody
year.
You two both shut up.
Listen, I can say it's not all relative. A&M is good, but it's not all relative.
It is all relative.
But you've gotten those guys before.
I'm being unbiased right now.
LSU used to have him.
Not all
I'm
relative.
the only one here who can say Big F gets 3 a year. Kayce, you get 1 or 2 every other couple of years. You guys get 1 a year.
Not
y'all.
Not D-line. That's what I'm saying. Not D-line. Not D-line.
You ruined Harold Perkins. He walked in like that.
Yeah, well, no, he's not really D-line, but you know. Well, I mean,
That's
Liam's a UCLA fan. He can also be with you.
Yeah, we had it in the mid-2010s and we lost.
All right, just whatever.
We lost it all.
So
I ain't lied to.
it's a good question of like what constitutes as a breakout player, because I really wanted to put Arch Manning here, but he's obviously not going to be a breakout player because we all expect him to be that good.
Yeah.
He's not been an SEC starting quarterback yet. However, I do agree with Big Ev. I think it's going to be Austin Simmons. I don't think Ole Miss is going to be at the top of the league. I think they're going to be there. And like I said earlier, everyone is talking about how good Jackson Dart was. Obviously, first round pick in the NFL. I think Austin Simmons with Lane Kiffin is going to look great. They're not going to win the conference this year, but they'll be there. Before we move on to the last 2 categories, the title game and who they will be playing against to win win the SEC championship, we got to talk about BetterHelp. Okay? Listen, college football season's coming up. We all know how stressful it can get. Blood pressure is going to raise. And all jokes aside, whether you just need somebody to talk to about your daily stress, school's about to start, you're going to college, your kids are going to school, whatever it may be, all the way to mental health diagnosis, this ad is by BetterHelp because we love it. They've been a partner of ours for a long time. Whether you need just advice for everything or you just need help to get through your day, BetterHelp is there. And with internet and information overload, it's so hard to actually take action. BetterHelp takes care of all that. You don't have to walk into an office. You don't have to search for a therapist or a psychiatrist that you don't necessarily know, you don't want to work with, because they will pair you with whoever best fits you. And it's all online, whether it's text messaging, phone calls, FaceTime, it's all available online with over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, and it's served over 5 million people globally. It has a great review. The app is also very important. The app has a great review. It has 4.9 out of 5 stars, almost 2 million client reviews, 1.7 million client reviews. Also love the app. And we know that's very important these days. You don't want an app that sucks. So not only do they help you with your brain, help you with your stress, it's easy to use. So at the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide you access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise, whatever that may be, whatever you need help with, they will have somebody on there. You should talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Smith. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Smith. And Brandon, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay.
Indeed.
All right. Here it is, boys. So the SEC title game and who will win. T-Bob, I will let you do the honors. Go first.
All right. It's funny because my answer is not going to be what I thought it was when I walked in here. Originally, I was going to come in. I was just going to go straight chalk, right? Texas, Georgia. Texas is going to win. Georgia, Kirby Smart, he's proven all this and that. Caleb Moore, Alabama, I know they got the talent, but he's not. But then, started to talk. I got a Brian Kelly Coach of the Year here. Got a bunch of people saying Garrett Nussmeier winning Player of the Year. That's the most important position on the field. So give me Texas and LSU to make the SEC championship, and give me the Tigers to win it due to because Texas will be a better team overall.
You're such a bitch.
But
You're such a bitch, man.
But Garrett Nussmeier should be, I think, pretty significantly better than Arch Manning this year.
Fine.
With those weapons. And Caden Durham's going to be a much better running back people are accounting for, which is going to take pressure off Garrett Nussmeier's shoulders, as well as an improved defense. That should help immensely. Give me the LSU.
I'm next. You're such
Go
a
ahead,
bitch.
Brandon.
You are a bitch.
Why?
Look at me in the face.
Why?
You are a bitch.
Why?
Because
You said Brian Kelly Coach of the Year. You really convinced me.
Because you walked in here.
Yeah.
You walked in here with your mind made up that you were going Texas, Georgia.
Yeah.
And you had to hear a fucking ball knower to your right. Talk you into something. You didn't believe in your fucking team. In that heart right there, you didn't believe in your team. You had to sit here and look at me, the ball knower in the room, say LSU, Texas. You had to look in here and you had to see that on this notebook, I have LSU and Texas with LSU winning. And now I don't get the graphic because you're going to be there too. And these stupid LSU fans are going to look at the graphic and say, oh, wow, Brandon's copying T-Bob. When I had to talk you into it. LSU, Texas. LSU wins the SEC.
Let's go! We're back, boys!
But you are a bitch.
We're back, baby!
T-Bob, that was a really good pick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's good.
Are you on?
No.
Oh.
Blutman, you might as well go now.
I switch mine. I'm not doing it how you guys think. I have Georgia beating Texas in the SEC championship. I walked in here. I walked in here. I had Texas beating Georgia. I'm now feeling the switcherooski game. I love what I said about Elijah Griffin. I love what I've heard about Gunnar Stockton. There was a cancer on the Georgia team last year. Quarterback number 15, and he is out of the equation now. Georgia is elated that he is out of the equation now. I've heard nothing but good things about Gunnar Stockton after this offseason, the way that he goes about himself in camp, the way that he goes about himself thinking, hey, I'm not even close to being the best guy here. I'm probably the worst guy here. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. Very polite, respectful young man that has improved greatly this offseason. I'm buying stock in Gunnar. I'm buying so much stock in Georgia. I don't know if they win the national championship this year. Georgia is my pick to win the national championship next year, though. Early sneak peek at that one. Georgia wins the SEC this year. SEC national championship next year.
Brandon, I feel
Noah
your
Thomas,
pain.
I love to. Sorry, I say that.
I feel your pain, Brandon, because my pick is Texas versus Georgia to win the SEC title, and all those assholes online are going to be like, "Oh, Kayce's just copying Blutman, the ball knower."
Well, she is. She's just copying Blutman, dude. You know?
Let me tell you something.
Sad to see.
I said last year. Now, obviously, Georgia didn't win the national title last year, but I said when they lost Carson Beck, I was like, I know this kid is young, and I know that he doesn't have all the experience in the world, but they are not going to take as big of a fall off as people think without Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck's going to be fine at Miami. I think Gunnar Stockton is great. They reloaded everywhere as they always do, and at the end of the day, I trust Kirby Smart more than anybody else in this conference.
Yeah, that's
because you talk about Kalen DeBoer, and I understand Alabama has reloaded, and I get that. But I don't only trust Kirby Smart more than him. I trust him more than Sark. I trust him more than anybody. And when you get a guy like Gunnar Stockton, Ty Simpson, we'll see. I know Ty Simpson's like 45 years old. He's been there for 4 years, whatever. We'll see what happens at Alabama. I know that when Kirby Smart has a quarterback that can play and a roster that he has, they are going to be damn good. They're going to play Texas. Texas has Ohio State week 1. We know that. They could lose that game by a million. It won't matter. The only game they have on their schedule in the SEC that matters is that Georgia game. And I think Georgia wins that game. I think they beat him again in Atlanta. I'm taking Georgia. Blutman, fuck you. Because
Sorry.
I wanted to be able to say, I know Texas is going to be good, and I have no problem saying that. Arch Manning is going to be great. I think Arch Manning, we know that, Archie came out and said he's not entering the draft next year. He's staying in Austin. He'll be here in 2026. That could definitely be their year. Georgia's winning this year.
That's really fucking stupid for Archie to say.
That was really dumb. I agree,
Really?
but
What if the Saints have the number 1 pick?
I don't think he cares.
It's
I
a
think
perfect.
I wonder how Archie feels about the Saints.
Yeah, I think. Shut up, old man.
I actually
We're not good at his career.
I love this on their end.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
I love wanting to be properly developed and everything. And
Yeah,
not
Brandon
get
doesn't
thrown
know
into
college.
the fire
Also-
off rip and be the
Brandon's like an NFL
scapegoat.
guy, so
Yeah, fair.
Also,
Hold
let's
on,
be honest.
Casey. You're a bitch.
What? You're an
Like,
NFL guy. I
Liam's a
don't know.
bitch too. Liam's a bitch too.
What?
Also,
Yeah.
Y'all are the bitches.
if
You're a
the
bitch.
situation, let's play this out. If the situation is as good for Arch as it could be this year, and let's say they do win a national championship, that doesn't mean he has to stay just because Archie said it. These things can change.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Ev, do you have Texas winning this thing, or is nobody picking Texas to win this thing?
Casey, you're goddamn right. I have Texas winning this thing. I don't know why you silly little fools. Listen, I like the picks. I like Georgia. I like LSU. I like their teams this year. I actually was really having a hard time going back and forth of who I was going to have Texas beating in this championship game. I think I'm going to have to go with Georgia. I just trust the trenches a little bit more than I do LSU. Like I said, I love what LSU did in the portal, everything. I think it's Texas over Georgia. I think they get their revenge. Even if Georgia wins the game in the regular season, it's at home. I think they get their revenge in Atlanta. Texas over Georgia in the SEC championship game.
Finally gets the
Yep.
monkey off the back.
So
Climbing. I think Georgia's gonna be really good. They're just young, little inexperienced. You could say the same about some of Texas roster. They obviously lost a lot as well. But I'm drinking the Arch Kool-Aid. I believe in Arch Manning. I think he's gonna be as great as people think he is. Yeah, I think they're gonna be awesome. They're loaded on offense. Receivers are great. Running backs, the 2 running backs are incredible.
I think Ev's SEC graphic is going to look the most correct, actually.
Yeah.
Not like it. That's yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. If none of us pick Texas, I mean, I know the storyline would be like, I'm a hater, but if none of us pick Texas to win, that'd be crazy. I will say none of us have Alabama in the SEC championship.
So,
least amount of Alabama talk I've ever done
think
on an
it's
SEC podcast.
Very telling how easily you can talk about the 2025 SEC season without talking about Alabama. I think, if they were proven at quarterback, yeah, let's talk about them. If they were proven a head coach in the SEC, let's talk about them. But we can talk about guys who are proven at both of those positions.
like Garrett Nussmeier and Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly, not so much.
Okay.
It is
Hold
crazy.
on. I got to call him
Right.
a bitch one more time. You're a bitch.
Well, Liam, you're a bitch too, because I should be the only one Georgia at
Bless
the
you.
top. It is, bless you, Brandon. It is very odd that we maybe mentioned Alabama a few times, but I did want to say of all the teams that we talked about, they probably got the most, or they got left out the most.
Yeah.
And they're at the top of the league. They're in a lot of people's top 10s. So nobody has them in the champ. I mean, do you think they win? Do you think they make the playoff?
No, I think they go 9-3 and start talking about firing their coach. That's what I think. Exactly what I said last year in the offseason. I said, by the way, when he goes 9-3 next 2 years and you talk about firing him in 2 years, come see me. We're halfway there.
I was terrified of Kalen DeBoer getting the reins of Alabama, but I think even though I still think Kalen DeBoer is an elite coach, I'm starting to feel
different
that.
animal.
The
Yeah,
fit ain't fitting.
I don't even think it's. I don't know if my mind if I frame it about fit. It's more. I think Nick Saban just left such a void.
Yeah.
He's just like what? Just it truly is such an impossible act to follow. Maybe DeBoer will prove us wrong.
I just want to know who's playing quarterback. Like if Ty Simpson's playing quarterback, I'm not in on the team.
Yeah.
If Austin Mack or Keelan Russell ends up playing quarterback, I kind of want to be in on the team.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
don't like
the
Ty
Matt.
problem.
Simpson.
And the way that like the world of college football works now, and it's not fair, but when you have a 4th-year junior that could potentially be starting, you're like, oh, like he's old. Like, how has he not started? If he's so good, why has he not started already?
Well,
so
and-
if they do start their freshmen, then that's different.
And a 4th-year junior that contextually, when we have seen them, has not been good, and that couldn't beat out the guy that they just told us was terrible for like 2 years.
Right.
That like
Exactly.
so like because like Nussmeier waited his turn, but he was behind Jaden Daniels. So it's like okay, sure, whatever, that's fine. But yeah, so yeah.
Okay, I think we talked about all the teams. We hit pretty much everybody, at least sprinkled it in. So that's the SEC preview. Brandon, what's the next preview?
To be determined.
Ooh, okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Well,
TBD, Brandon's other favorite thing.
It's either big. It's either big. You're a bitch. Whatever. All right. I was going to say something. I'm leaving. I got to go.
Okay. Goodbye. That was Unnecessary Roughness.
Later, guys.